volts. Stabilize mode.
Good morning, everybody. It's your old pal Brian. It's who knows? February something. 27 maybe? I hope everybody is doing well in your worlds. Everything's good here. Just, doctor appointments yesterday for the bionic tooth. You see my trees are starting to develop beautiful leaves. Yeah, just busy. Yesterday we were running wide open. I went and had breakfast or lunch with a longtime friend of mine who had been home for, I might have mentioned this before, been home for 100 days, and he lives 2.5 miles from me, and we just have not been able to link up. Interesting. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Just busy. Dentist yesterday morning, lunch with my buddy noon, and then my longtime friends come over for cocktails at yesterday evening. So we just stay busy. I was going to go to the tire guy this morning and decided not to. Decided to stay home and indulge myself in a little bit of shtick time. And as the air dries out a bit, slip over here to the rig and do a little bit more work. Finish up that work today, most likely. We're very close to it. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. Maybe, whatever. Yeah, the cool thing about that other Huey is going to be that you're going to have yaw control over it. The racing Huey, for lack of better terms. I saw it's 220 to the door. Yeah, I don't begrudge anybody the capability of wanting to do 3D and that sort of thing. It just isn't my jam, as they say. But it sure would be nice to have a flight controller in here that allowed me to have a little bit more yaw control. Just a little bit more control all the way around. But these are basically first iterations of a class of helicopters that we haven't seen before. What else? Whilst I'm thinking about it, the Rivera Rowdies, that is to say. Hope all is well in your universe. Gretchen, of course, and Cynthia, and Dale, who's probably in mourning.
7.8 volts.
Probably healing. AMRC, good to see that you're out there with the little bell. The inconsistent Bell 206. Of course, Steve flies low. He'll never see my videos, but he's out there fighting the good fight on the beach. He must have some annual leave or something built up, because he's out there a bunch. In the tube deep, I really haven't played catch up on any of your videos, but I hope you and everyone else in your world is doing splendidly. Stephen Barefoot Boy, hope all is well in your world. Yeah, just digging life, pretty much. How it's going over here. Just fixing to get real busy before we hit the road. Let's see if this thing will optical flow on the H. It is not. I don't know. Does it see it?
7.6 volts.
It's drifting away. That gives it a creeps.
Low battery.
Alright. Let's drop this one, and y'all are going to hot swap batteries with me. We're going to do some more flying.
Throttle hold.
That thing will not allow me to drop it where I want it. That's okay. I just have to work within those params. What else? Yeah, wife is going to be slipping out to the rig today and doing some heavy duty working. I think she might finish her project today. What else? Okay, so today's Thursday, right? Pool guy comes today. I'm going to try to slip back down to the lake with my Seawind after everybody goes to work today, and try to trim it out a little bit more. It's supposed to be dead calm out there. What else? Friday, what becomes of Friday? We, oh, my son's coming. Oh, tomorrow morning, I'm going to go out to the flying club. I deferred that today as well. I should at least go out there twice since I pay him, I don't know, $180 or whatever a year. Yeah. Should at least go out there on occasion. Let me find my MD500. That is so weird. My picture disappeared
Switch warning. Flight mode 3.
of my MD500, and I need to go get another way cool picture. Who knows? You know, when you're dealing with these amazing open source dime store firmwares and softwares. Why is that acting weird? That's acting a little weird. I don't know if I bloated a battery or not. We'll see. So yeah, tomorrow brings me out to the flying club. I'll spend the morning out there and hopefully get to land my Seawind on regular landing gear. That'd be cool. Stephen, if you're watching this, my pal up in North Carolina, young Lewis, he actually did end up with the box, but everything's cool. It's just that what they ended up doing was they live in a fifth wheel, and they
Throttle hold.
my little lid popped. They live in a fifth wheel, and they don't have a large, with a total of 3 kids now. They don't have, frankly, a large space during the winter time to be dealing with taking all this stuff out of the box and doing it. So and the weather just poor up there in North Carolina. So what they figured out they'd do is go ahead and wait here in a few weeks as spring starts to spring, and go ahead and get the box out and do all the work. So that's weird. My timer doesn't work either, which I find odd.
Throttle hold. Throttle active.
There we go. So yeah, young Lewis is appreciative. Young Lewis has not been able to get the big box out and drag all the goodies out of it and play with it, but they assure me that they're interested in doing that and thank us. I know the lady well enough where they're genuinely appreciative, but they just don't have any space. So they're going to work on that in spring. And she actually thinks it's a character builder for her son because it's going to be a challenge. He's probably 12 years old now. Yeah, I have to just stop short of gushing about how cool these little helis are. Just gushing. It'd be better if I had lights. So yeah, Friday brings us
9 minutes.
hanging out at the club. Saturday is my birthday. I will enjoy the company of my son and his wife for a little outdoor barbecue that evening, and jazzed about that. They leave that evening, and then Sunday is Brian is a Sultan day, and my wife will dote on me all day, which I generally don't care for. I don't like people being subservient around me, but my wife is going to be very kind, and you know, we're too old for gifts, so she will be kind enough to indulge me Sunday. Monday, probably slip down to the tire guy, get that done. Tuesday, we're having some amazing people come and visit us. I think Tuesday, and they're going to stay a day or so. And I think the weather's going to be good for us. So that'll be nice to do that little bit of visiting for the surprise visitor that you'll hopefully get to see some stuff about. And then wife's got something she's got to do that Thursday. Oh yeah, she's got last dermatologist appointment. She had skin cancer cut off of her last year, and they are keeping a very close eye on her. Then what? Thursday evening, try to link up with my attorney and his wife for one visit before we hit the road. We won't see them until North Carolina. And after that, we're kind of getting into load-in, start loading in gear with a rig. Isn't this just a, I'm like, George, what a freaking beautiful little helicopter. I mean, come on. It's just beautiful. I mean, for real. Y'all see that thing? I mean, there's no optical flow. Whoever coined the term coffee grinders is genius. These little coffee grinders are amazing. I'm just so jazzed to have this resource. We all are in the hobby, and we use different tools for different things. And I think AMRC commented that even though he's not a 3D guy, he would enjoy that capability of taking the thing up and orbiting it. But for me, because of my personal wants and needs, I am not interested in taking this thing up and doing any kind of flips or floops or loops or any of that stuff, because this is a scale model to me, and I just want it to look scale. And this thing does not do floops or loops or any of that other stuff. And that suits me. Kills me at this thing right here at $135 has way better yaw control than the $220 one, but whatever. Different companies, different stuff. They're trying to make these things democratic. That is, for everybody who wants to enjoy one to enjoy it, and that includes beginners. So everything, I guess, has to come with a price, but man, you'd think you could flip a switch.
Throttle hold.
Yay. Yeah, we're just going to do short battery hops with these guys. Last one being the 206. Yeah, just amazing technology. I just can't say enough about it. I don't think she's bloating. I don't fly these batteries hard enough to cause them to bloat. Yeah, that's interesting. I think they might be, that one may be starting to not puff but bloat a little bit. Just your tolerances are so tight. So that's my doings. Just been busy, socializing and trying to you know, hang out with everybody before. Like tonight, we have dinner with our neighbors, and all 6 of us will go out and have a bite somewhere. Might even have 8 because my buddies that were over yesterday are interested in going out tonight. They, in Florida, we have something called Bike Week in Daytona, and my friends here are they're bikers, so they'll go out and take their camper and their bikes and just have a big time here in the coming days. Busy, busy, busy. Neighbor was rooting around up underneath his rig yesterday and started getting some abnormal wear on his tires, and he asked me to look at it. I said, yep. Our rigs don't have they don't have anti-lock braking. So when somebody pulls out in front of you and you brake, whichever tire is annoyed locks up and it causes a flat spot. On these very expensive tires. Now I've charged this battery in theory, I just need to make sure it stays charged. It might start blinking here. These are wonderfully wildly inconsistent aircraft. So yeah, AMRC, when you have your, if you put another board in it, and I think you said you had a time issue, you seem to be young, so you're probably still working and have a family and that sort of thing, but yeah, if you have to crack this little case open, Banggood, or not Banggood, but AliExpress sells this lovely little light kit for $5. It works perfectly. It even comes with the, well, this is the new flight board, the flight controller board. So it came with sockets to plug your lights in. But yeah, it takes hours to pull these things down and bring them back up.
6 minutes.
This one just flies so nicely. Yeah, it's not a Challenger of the wind or anything, but we're talking about a 1-cell battery. This flies wonderfully. I say it's 1 cell. I think it is. Shout out to Ooh 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 Ooh. He's bending from a bit of the lurgy. So glad he's doing well. Rick Azir, hope you're doing good up there in New York. I don't know if I'm going to see you this year or not on the way back, but we always will try. It's always a joy to link up with Rick, a good guy. In fact, I was describing last night personalities that I've met throughout these years through the hobby and the web forum, and I've met a bunch of you more than once.
5 minutes.
I shall see Ooh 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 in the next, let's say, 30 days, I think. Ox, we're supposed to link up. I don't know if he's going to camp or not, but he's also healing up from a bit of the lurgy. But we'll, you know, make certain that we try to link up, go eat meat somewhere. Yeah, I just love these damn things. I just do. I don't love my crap camera. It just washed out. I don't know. You know, it's a faux FAUX GoPro. Just so fun to fly. Digging them lights. I'm like George, man. I just don't have it in me to break that thing. Either of those other two down a dick with them anymore. But good on you, George. You did a fine job. Sure did. What else? That's about it. In review. Finishing up all 900 of the doctor appointments yesterday. I got scanned for a new bionic tooth. They had already done the implant on the 26th of December. So now they just got to put the tooth in that they'll have made in the next 2 weeks before I roll. That makes me very happy. What else? Yeah, just tightening up loose ends before we roll out of here and leave this house to its own devices for 9 months. Yeah, I have a relatively short due list, relatively speaking. I think next week what I'm going to do is, yeah.
3 minutes.
Those are nuts and bolts you don't need to know about. It's so boring. But yeah, getting the house ready to shut it down and move into the other house with wheels. And I'm excited. I think I might have mentioned our itinerary includes Northwest Florida, Alabama, I think Kentucky, Missouri, going to go see the Arch. This stupid thing, look at it. In fact, I think it's one of the better looking ones. Somebody, Andrew Strom, whoever, he popped one of these out in the form of another name brand, and it's the same thing, you know, RCERA, but the paint schemes suck. I don't know. This doesn't work for me.
2 minutes.
48 bucks to your door. Is that what I'm finding lately? And I did find that $145 Huey, and yes, I did practice restraint because holy crap. But I'm telling you, it's a whole deal, and I'll try to knock it out real quick. I've said this 1,000 times. I operate on something called deferred gratitude principle. In short, if I were to give myself everything I wanted, I would become completely bored. I'd own a bunch of stuff and never use it. Yeah, I just talked about this. Oops, there we go. So yeah, Home Skillet here is not interested in owning everything he wants, to include Jennifer Lawrence. I imagine after about a day and a half of Jennifer Lawrence, I'd be over her. Well, same thing with having 300 helicopters that I'm not using. My drive to use something
Throttle hold.
far outweighs the drive to own it. And I'm not a fan of letting stuff sit around, and yeah, it's my own human nature. Alright guys, well thanks for listening to my blather, Piffle, Boulder Dash, and associated poppycock. I genuinely hope all is well in your collective worlds, and you know, if you have the opportunity, I'm hoping you're able to get out and fly something. And yeah, there is that. So time for me to pack all these guys up. I'm going to go charge a couple batteries for the Seawind, and maybe walk that thing down to the lake and give it another fly. But truly, as always, see ya.